wanna ride?
Hello. I have forgotten how to stream again. It has been, what, a full week and I've gone quiet? Maybe I shouldn't say that. Or maybe I should. Just know, I do get burnt out every once in a while. I can't always be delivering streams when I want to be delivering streams. This one is long overdue, because it's the Final Fantasy XVI crossover event with Final Fantasy XIV. So even though I have no interest in playing Final Fantasy XVI, I don't want to buy a PS5. I never will buy a PS5. I don't care about the PS5 at all. So I'm probably never ever in my lifetime going to play Final Fantasy XVI. I don't know jack shit about Final Fantasy XVI. All that I know is that it's here in Final Fantasy XIV because it shares the same directors. The man who made Final Fantasy XIV, or rather saved it, depending on who you ask, because some people say 1.0 was better and what Final Fantasy 14 is now, sucks and everyone hates it. Very controversial opinions all across the board. Whatever, it's an MMO. All MMOs suck. People that are unhappy with their lives play MMOs. Okay, enough being jaded. What was I getting at? I'm never gonna play Final Fantasy 16, but yeah, shares the same directors as the MMO that I play, so if I ever do play it, it'll just be out of that obligation, but I really have no interest in Final Fantasy games in the past, you know, how many console generations now? Ever since, like, the PS3 came out, like, Final Fantasy has been a dead franchise to me. Unless it's a Final Fantasy 14, of course, which kind of doesn't count. Let's head on inside. It's been a while. It's been a while. Oh, I'm surprised I could still talk. Well, I could barely just talk, but I've had a pretty social past week though. I've been hanging out with friends in VR chat. I've been going to some small events every now and then, playing games, talking with friends, hanging out. It's been nice. I've been needing some socializing in my life, and I haven't been getting that for a long while. As you know, I've kind of been in a slump. I've kind of been a little bit on the sad side lately, and it's definitely showing in my output for streams and whatnot. I know I could talk about this because it's a Final Fantasy 14 stream. No one's gonna be watching this. I'm rambling. This event has been long overdue for a stream. It came out, what, the 8th of this month, and it's already the 29th now? Better late than never, I guess. I was just like, man, this is probably gonna be like 2 to 3 hours of solid reading text, and like... It's not that I don't look forward to streaming, it's just like... I don't know, I was needing a break. Not that I stream much at all, honestly. But like, I don't know, I do a lot of setup for my streams, and that kind of burns me out a bit, and I just haven't been in the mood to be drawing stuff. Hey, Lord Cynic. Hope you're doing well. What was I talking about? I'm just kind of like feeling a little bit burnt out, a little bit like, you know, streaming is fun and all. I also have a side of me that wants to be social and wants to generally go hang out with people, or go watch someone else's stream for a bit, or just play a game with other people. Am I a little sick? I was a little sick. That is also another thing that kind of threw me out of my loop, was I got sick during Chibi Robo when I was doing those streams, and then that was like a pretty solid week of me feeling like utter trash, and my voice was like, I think, was it the 3rd stream of Chibi Robo? My voice is all kinds of fucked up and raspy, and I was just like, ah, shit. When stuff like that happens, like anything medical, anything pertaining to getting sick hits me, that's like, that shit kind of throws me off of my combo, basically. Let's see, what have been things that have thrown me off of my streaming combo? My hand game all fucked up last year from realizing that now I'm getting an allergic reaction when I eat tomatoes. And coming to learn that, like, yeah, getting that under control. Which sucks, because tomatoes are tasty. A lot of things use tomatoes. And now I gotta kind of watch what I eat if it pertains to tomatoes or whatnot. Otherwise, my hand is gonna break out again. Which it has kind of been lately, so I'm like, ah, shit. Okay. Second thing to throw me off my loop, hey Nano, was October last year, the solid state drive crash, and me having to rebuild my entire commercial collection, my entire music collection, get that all taken care of too, like right in the middle of October, like the 1 month of the year I like to do the most streams I can, and like that threw me off. That fucked everything up. And And then the third thing to screw me up has also now been me getting sick earlier this month. That sucked ass. Appropriate, I Chippy Robo music's playing right now, actually. I did not plan that at all. What a funny coincidence. But yeah, those have been like the three major things. Like, I rarely get sick. I do my best to stay away from people, but it just happens occasionally. Can't really control it, because, like, you know, when you work in retail, or your family, you know, they get sick and then they spread it throughout the entire household. That kind of stuff is like, it's completely unavoidable. So I've been feeling good. Just like I've been saying, like, I've just been like feeling a little bit burnt out. Just a little bit like, I don't know, maybe not good enough to be a VTuber. Not good enough to be a streamer. I don't know, I'm a little bit disillusioned with things lately. Like, it seems like so many people are dropping out of VTubing. They're losing hope about VTubing. That's not gonna be me. I'm gonna keep doing it no matter what. It's just, I'm not gonna be able to, you know, I'm not gonna be able to match other people's output. I'm a person of, like, quality over quantity, if you could even call my streams quality. There's a lot of people out there that could just, like, 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, 2 streams a day, and good for them if they can do that. I can't do that. I burn out pretty fucking fast from just maybe doing 2 or 3 streams a week. Like, I can make things so much more easier for myself if I just not make art assets for every stream and stuff like that. Like, part of me like I just want to have a joke week where I just act like a normal VTuber for once. I just ditch all the theming shit. I don't draw thumbnails or anything. I just stream a video game and talk and then play video game. But I'm always at a what's the proper conundrum with that? Where I'm like, okay, well, if I play that game for the first time on stream, then it's kind of gonna ruin it when I do it a second time. Who knows? Like, you know, it's nice to revisit a game you haven't played in years. And doing that for the first time and then also streaming it is like something you kind of want to capture, I feel. But if I beat it and don't archive the stream and whatnot, or if I just half-ass it, then it's like, I don't know, it's not gonna match up to the other stuff that I've done on my streams before. But I'm thinking about this all wrong, honestly. Streaming is not like edited content. It's just bullshit you just throw up and stream and like talk with people as you're playing games, and everyone just kind of, you know, they enjoy it or they don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you want, but all we want is you talking in game. And yeah, I wish I could do that more often. It's more than enough for us. Whatever your mind goblins are demanding from you, though, is something you gotta fight off. Yeah. Hey, Ematron. Imposter syndrome's a real drag. Yeah. I go through that pretty often. That's why I kind of need, like, downtime to do the other things I want to do. Doing streaming full-time seems like it's kind of a fucking drag. And the only people that should be streaming full-time, honestly, are people that can even just make a fucking living off of it, which, you know, can't be all of us. Some of us are permanently stuck as 2-view males, no matter how hard we try. Being a little bit salty and being a little bit sour, I guess. I don't know. It just sucks, like, watching a lot of my friends, like, you know, life picks back up. They're barely streaming. They don't have the time to stream that they used to. Kind of makes me wish I could go back in time and enjoy things a little longer. Because, you know, I haven't really been watching streams too much of other people. I drop by occasionally, but I've kind of been off in my own little world lately, which is nice. Because then it's like, okay, I don't have to permanently always think about what am I going to be doing for streams. Whose stream do I have to attend this night? It's like sometimes it's just nice to kind of step away, unplug for a bit, and talk to some people that aren't associated with VTubing or streaming and whatnot. I don't have it in me to socialize, talk with people in the VTubing sphere too much. If it happens, it happens, but it's all things end, just remember the times you had. Yeah, that's the best way of putting it, essentially. A lot of the past, what, 3 years of the indie VTuber sphere are just kind of a memory at this point. A lot of people have moved on to bigger things, and, you know, life kicked in for a lot of people, and some people are still streaming, some people aren't streaming, some people are bigger now than they've ever been before. And it's just like, okay, well, time for me to focus on myself, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. There's things I want to talk about, but it's probably not my place to talk about them on stream. Oh well. I've been keeping you guys waiting for this Final Fantasy event that none of you probably actually care about. You're just here to listen to me talk for a bit. And then mosey on out of here, which is fine. As I said, I just want to get a stream out today. I want to at least try and stream a few times this week. And I gotta get over to Brain Goblins. I gotta just start like playing some random video games, but I don't have a thumbnail for this stream or anything. This is kind of like a half-ass stream, so it's not gonna be like the normal, really. We're just gonna enjoy some Final Fantasy XIV read-along, so put on your reading glasses. Where the fuck are my reading glasses? One second. Should I even put my reading glasses on? Fuck, it's been a while before I had VTube Studio open. Where's my glasses? I didn't even make these glasses, but I just use them anyways because I'm lazy. No, not fuck. Okay, rotate. Kind of low on my face. Putting glasses on with my model is always a little bit, crazy. Okay. Reading glasses are on. They look a little bit goofy. Shit. Move them up just a bit. It's like the one asset that I don't bother, like, having a hotkey for, so that it's always in the same position, same size. That's just a little bit of scuff. I'm usually a little bit more hands-off with the Final Fantasy XIV streams. Like, I don't really care too much. Well, Splatoon, I put more effort into the Splatoon streams, even though they kind of don't deserve it. Okay. I kept you guys waiting. Let's hop into Final Fantasy XIV, aka Final Fantasy XVI event. That's just Zidane Tribal. He likes to watch. I'm here too, with my my crazy bow. Oh hey, it's my Final Fantasy XIV wife. I guess she's here. One moment, let me actually tell her what's up. Doing a stream. There we go. I never factor in for little small surprises like that. Nah. Very small. I met her pre-pandemic, and we just like hung out and played the game and stuff. And she's like, hey, wanna marry for the chocobo? And so we did. Forgive me for my boldness, but you are Rickubus Incubus, are you not? Then my search is at an end. A beguiled gentleman tasked me to find you, you see, in hopes of entreating your aid with some matter he deemed not share with me. Pray remain here. I shall fetch him at once. You're gonna get my botched reading, so enjoy that. My character, the hair is great. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to work with the best of what I have. I don't have the heterochromatia eyes in Final Fantasy XIV because I want to pay like fucking $10 to change things. So I'm sticking with the green eyes, but the green eyes are kind of like canon too anyways. Because like, here, I could actually, there we go, green eyes. So it matches with Final Fantasy. Greetings, champion. 'Tis I who employed the young adventurer to facilitate this impromptu audience. As for the why, I have a request that you, and you alone, can fulfill. Pray listen well, for my tale begins with a most unsettling dream. How dare our Oshi be married in an MMO? Kill him! I'm sorry, I'm sorry. She's not even in the dudes. Literally, we married for the chocobo and the glamours. That was it. In it did I behold the evening sky, boundless and shimmering. As I drank deep of its beauty, I spied 2 stars sailing across the inky expanse, one of the purest white, the other blushing scarlet, their courses set such that they might pass without collision. Sharply and suddenly, the scarlet star shifted its trajectory. High above a burning landscape did its path intersect with that of the white star, their conjunction marked by a brilliant explosion of light. Even in slumber, I was awestruck by the spectacle. But what does it mean? I don't know what any of that means. Truth be told, my own interpretation wavers. My rational mind says meaningless dream, whilst my artist's soul insists on prophecy. Whatever greater meaning this vision might hold, I am convinced that the blazing white star represents the warrior of light. In other words, you. And should these portents indeed foretell future events, you are thus fated to encounter the scarlet star, whomsoever they may be. I therefore humbly request that you accompany me to the burning land from my dream, that I might witness the vision's denouement. I will compensate you for the trouble, of course. No one watches these streams for like me getting pronunciation correct, by the way. I flub my words all the time. The question is, which territory in Eorzea might be considered burning, metaphorically or otherwise? The Bowl of Embers where I battled Ifrit. The Burning Wall in Eastern Thanalan, a place rich in corrupted crystal deposits. They can look quite fiery. The Burning Wall in Eastern Thanalan. Ah, that cluster of immense crystals born of the 7th Umbra Calamity. Aye, it well resembles the sweeping scene from my dream. The first mystery is solved. We shall leave for Eastern Thanalan and the infamous Burning Wall at once. I did not turn ambient sounds back on. I should make sure I had those. Okay. There's always a little bit of setup with these Final Fantasy XIV streams. Anyways, yeah, we're in Balmung. Sadly, I gotta leave my wife behind. Goodbye. I haven't been on lately at this hour on Final Fantasy XIV, so I haven't really gotten to like sit down and talk with her a lot. So I feel kind of like bad that I'm like, you know, I'm streaming, I gotta scoot. Where, okay. We gotta go into this clusterfuck of crystals over here. You know, I never get an opportunity to show this place off on stream. There's not really a whole lot here that's, like, cool, necessarily, but, like, I like this little area down here. Just have this little boo-boo. And he's dead, but he's, blossomed into a whole bunch of different plants and stuff. A cool little area that most people kind of just don't see or notice because they're too busy, never coming here. I feel like I would go insane reading the Old English after a while. I did not like the phonetically spelled accents in Dragon Quest Builders 2. There's 40 hours of that shit. Yeah, that's like Final Fantasy 14 in a nutshell. Wait, is the Fairy Mount bigger than you? Kind of, yeah. Her whole deal was that she was summoned by a scholar, and then he died, so he never like got to dissipate her what is it? Her arcane energy, what are they formed out of again? Mana. So anyways, like she's just left to exist, and she just kept accumulating more and more magics and kept getting bigger and bigger. So she was from one of the more recent the most recent variant dungeon. Was it Aloha Island? Which I like a lot. I don't think I got to showcase that on stream yet, though. The Burning Wall, an apt name indeed. 'Tis said that these crystalline structures were formed when falling shards of Dalamud pierced the land's ethereal current. Oh, aether, yeah, she accumulated more and more aether, that's why she's bigger than most fairies. Some see them as a symbol of rebirth, a manifestation of renewed life. But that is neither here nor there. Let's have a look around, shall we? Spyglasses at the ready. Hey, Decodary. Can't miss a Final Fantasy 14 stream. Not everyone can miss a Final Fantasy 14 stream. They're not that exciting. You just get a peek into my insane fucked up life of being an MMO player. Strange man. There he is, it's John 16 in the flesh. John Fantasy 16. We're gonna have some Final Fantasy 16 exclusive music during these cutscenes, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know if Square Enix is gonna copyright flag that stuff. I've heard other people talk about like how like some of the songs get copyright claimed because it's like very, very fresh, and Square Enix is like very, very aggressive. Ugh. It's my best content. Shut up, Nano. No, it's not. Where am I? What's going on? A dream led you to me. I understand how absurd that may sound. We ourselves were unsure of what awaited us here. As for who we are, I am content to be known as the Minstrel. This stalwart hero is Rickubus Incubus. Might we have the pleasure of your name? Clive, the last thing I remember was the ruins. Ugh. My head. Where? How did I come to be in this place? 'Twould seem you were knocked senseless. Confusion is to be expected. For safety's sakes, I suggest we make for town and have a Fontisserie physician look you over. Fuck it, these fucking words, where'd they get half of these words? They're made up bullshit. I shall see our patient receives proper treatment. Would you mind awaiting for us at Scholar's Walk? Watch an idiot fumble over his own words while playing a fucking MMO. I'm like, do I even stream the expansion this summer? Or like, do I just enjoy that by myself? Because I am not going to be reading every single line of dialogue in that. I would never get anything done if I had to read everything out loud. They still insist Nier Automata is bug-free because of their day one crashes don't stop Tubi from mooning you every time the player run. What? Is that like a PC issue with Nier Automata? Hey, Mechanic Cat. Yeah, it's a Final Fantasy XIV stream. So convenient for them to just teleport me right where I need to be. The Twitch app completely changed the creator dashboard now, so I'm looking at a little picture, like a little stream of myself. It's so interesting, but I can actually make sure everything's going right. I don't know if I could see redeems though. So if you redeem something, redeem the Kiwi sound effect along with it so that I know you redeemed something. Our foundling is being cared for. Our foundling? Who the fuck talks like that? Foundling? Our foundling? What the fuck? Is being cared for as we speak. Okay, I can still see it. Okay. I don't have to like have another like tab open in my phone then. Good. It is a full screen game. I am a one monitor Chad. I can't fucking see anything else other than the game, so I have to rely on my phone. This is why I don't play a lot of 16:9 full screen games, to be honest. Our foundling is being cared for as we speak, but I'm told he should be released soon. Hopefully 'twas not that a bite of food and a little bed rest couldn't cure. It was kind of you to wait. Thank you. What of your condition? Much improved. The physiquer also noted no signs of injury or illness. Yet, my memories remain hazy. How did I end up there? Whatever I was doing, it was important. I'm sure of it. I must return as soon as possible. I see. We cannot leave him in this state. We must help him restore his memories and find his way home. What of this city, Clive? Do any parts of Olda strike you as familiar? Just stares off into the distance. Sees two Mikote cat girls fucking. Get me out of here now. No, maybe I'm simply forgotten. But maybe I've simply forgotten, but I recognize nothing. Not Olden, then. Still, I should like to think that the sights and sounds of a well-known locale will hasten your recovery. The Burning Wall, the place where we found you, is situated midway betwixt Olda and Gridania. Perhaps a trip to the Twelveswood is in order? Gridania, you say. The name rings no bells, but I have no better suggestions. And you would take me there? Meanwhile, I shall make the rounds of the neighboring settlements and ask if they have heard of you. Let us rendezvous in Gridania anon. From a company that lets you straight up buy all the trophies you haven't completed, but won't let you buy the item that bugged and never dropped that they should have just made a mission. What the fuck? Huh. I think I have the PC version of Nier Automata, but that sounds pretty insane. And buying trophies too is like, what game did they do that with? This entire situation has knocked me off balance, I'm afraid. Rickubus, was it? I appreciate you coming to my rescue. Still, you must have your own business to attend to. We can set out whenever you're ready. Are we ready? Then let's head out. This Gridania the Ministrel mentioned, is it far? Will we need mounts? By airship, you have those? Not that I mean to doubt you, friend. If you say we're boarding an airship, then that's what we'll do. Oh, in-game cash, you buy trophies. I guess that would make sense with that director and how crazy his games tend to be. Instead of making me run to a lot of the local places, they're just like taking me there between like the cutscenes, which is nice. But it also, well, there's a lot of reading, so I can see why. Rickubus, if I might ask a foolish question, do these airships of yours actually fly? Foolish question indeed, then. Your expression tells me as much. Is there no airship travel where you're from? So it would seem. It's odd. I know that the weapon on my back is called a sword. I understand what it's for and how to wield it. Foggy as my memories may be, my general knowledge seems intact. Yet, hearing of you speak of functional airships, I felt confusion, disbelief, for something that you clearly think of as commonplace. I can make no sense of it. Where was I before now? Ah, but dwelling on this is pointless. Forward is the only way. Oh yeah, the ending of Nier that like deletes your save file and everything. I've heard of that, and then like you also eat a fish, and you just like, because you're an android, you can't eat a fish. You just die. To feel that bracing wind, the deck shudders. To feel that bracing wind, the deck shuddering beneath your feet as you rise into the sky. My memory may be faulty, but that was an experience I'm sure I'd not soon to forget. So this is Gridania. It seems very unlike the city we just left. Where to begin? I think it's best if I follow your lead. Yep, gotta show this goon around. This tavern, it reminds me of somewhere I've been before. No, it's no use. I can feel the memory, but it's like grasping at smoke. But maybe if you were to show me somewhere else? I've always liked this city the most out of like any of the cities in Final Fantasy XIV. A chocobo. Now that's something I recognize. Yet it's more than that. I had my own chocobo once. I'm sure of it. But as for when, or the where. Chocobo. An impressive crystal. Not a mother crystal, surely. Not nearly large enough. When I try to remember, the fog in my head almost seems to grow thicker. I can't even remember what this dude sounds like, and I'm probably sure I've like switched through like several different voices for him by now. I'm not a voice actor, please forgive me. I have a shit voice, I have a nerd voice. This is truly a beautiful place. You've been taking a liking to Gridania then? I do like what I've seen of it. Seems a peaceful life here among the trees. Only, just can't shake the strangest feeling. As if it's too peaceful. And that doesn't sit right. Patrol! Reporting, Commander. All is quiet with the Ixal. No sightings of Garuda. For which we are profoundly grateful. At ease, soldier. Did he say Garuda? You there. This Garuda you speak of. Has a hernia right on the spot. Sir, are you alright? Or an aneurysm? Not the same thing, I'm sure. Sir, are you alright? Captain Incubus, do you know this gentleman? Yeah, he's some goon from another dimension. Don't pay no mind to him. Memory loss, you say? I'm sorry to hear that, though it seems Garuda's name has lit a spark of some sort. Have you ever heard of Ifrit? I was in a battle with Garuda. I fought her. I'm sure of it. Please, you must tell me more. Anything that might help me remember my past. Of course. Gridania owes a debt of gratitude to anyone who stood against the destructive fiend. However, there is one more suited to the task than I. Our elder Seed Seer is well versed not only in primal lore, but also in the treatment of bodily afflictions. She is surely your best hope for recovery. I will send word ahead to Stillglade Fane. Stand ready to escort our guest to an audience. Understood, Commander. Pray find me at Nofika's altar in Gridania, in Old Gridania, and I will see that you are granted entry to the Lotus Stand. This quest is gonna have some payoff, I promise. There is a fight at the end of it, exclusive for this event. The Lotus Stand lies just ahead. If you would follow me, please. Greetings, honored guests. That one leader everyone forgets about. We forget that these factions even have leaders sometimes. Well, at least I do. Commander Hueswa? I don't know how to pronounce that. Hueswa has appraised me of your friend's condition. This is he? Speak English! Not Old English. A pleasure to meet you. I am Kani Senna, Elder Seed Seer of Gridania. Thank you for your gracious welcome. I am Clive, though beyond that, I fear my introduction may be lacking. Please, concern yourself not with properties. 'Tis your memory loss we are here to address. I am told Garuda's name awakened some previous recollection. Yes, in the instant I heard it, a hazy vision battle rose, unbidden. I think perhaps I could hear more of Garuda. A wish easily granted. Garuda is a deity revered by the Ixal, a people who once dwelled here in the Twelves Wood. She appears as a winged entity, half bird, half woman, who commands the wind itself. Most frightening, however, is her capricious temper. I'm sorry. As unpredictable as a howling storm. should add that Rickubus has fought against Garuda in her primal incarnation. A winged woman of volatile temperament with power over wind. A fitting description of the opponent I remember. But a deity? No. The will behind the monstrous visage was distinctly mortal. Yeah, we have that happen here too. Kinda, I think. I suspect Clive's Garuda and Eorzea's Primal are not one and the same. This guy is kind of like the stand-in for Yoshi P, you know, the director. So like it's breaking the fourth wall a little bit. Mainly as Clive himself is not of our world. Explain yourself, minstrel. I went back to where we discovered Clive and questioned folk in all the nearby settlements. Not one person recognized his description. Such a distinctive tattoo escaping the notice of every local rumor monger of moms around? Improbable, to say at least. That led me to consider another possibility. One consistent with past accounts. I have heard visitors from other worlds somehow stumbling through reality's curtain and find their way to our star. My brand, it's the mark of a bearer. My brand, I have special eyes. Does it pain you to remember? I feel the memories trying to surface, but when I strain to recall, a piercing ringing fills my ears. Ruda, bearer, Ifrit. Another primal's name. 'Twould seem the pain has a less than tangible source. Long have I studied the healing arts, yet I sense no shadow of illness in your body. Your suffering stems not from injury nor sickness. Victims of terrible events have been known to suppress their own memories, out of instinct. One's subconscious denies attempts to confront the awful truth, the mind creating a shield of pain to protect the heart. The barrier is of my own making? How then am I to overcome it? With our aid, of course. Nods in agreement. That's all I can do. That's all you can do. That's all I could say. Fate has brought us together, and together we shall triumph over this adversity. You go from perfect weather to darkness and rain. So you think of me from another world. And my memories of said world are not like to return unless I acknowledge some terrible truth. A truth my mind refuses to remember. 'Tis a confounding dilemma, I agree, and I have given thought to a solution. I believe that the shackles which bind your mind may yet be struck off in the heat of battle, a drastic measure, perhaps, especially when not at your best. Which is why I turn to you, Rickubus. You are the twin to Clive's wandering star. Your involvement is no accident. The path I see is thick with thorns, but if you've the will to walk it, then gird yourself for war and await me at Apkalu Falls. Let me take a drink of water. Need some water. Ah, there we go. The Rogadin runs off and like a little Lalafell's left behind. It's like a little comedy skit, like when you're watching a cartoon or an anime, and it's like, oh, that's the hero that's gonna save me, and then like they walk away, and then you get like a little fucking gremlin ass shitty goofy guy. Like, no, that's your real partner. That's your real hero right there. Look at that guy. The minstrel has a plan, it seems, but he shares little beyond confusing metaphor. Still, I'm willing to indulge him if it means making progress. We're to meet him at Apkalu Falls, right? And where is that to be found? Good, not far, then. Let's get on with it. For once in this quest, they're actually making me run to the location I need to go. Like I could go multiple places. Yeah, this is like when no event is taking place here. It's kind of like weird to see it as empty and just plain, but kind of nice. Typical dead MMO world. So I think that was a player standing on the stage. You know, someone that doesn't just like want to hang out where everyone else is hanging out. They just like being there, I guess. Which I could get that vibe. Sometimes you just want to find a little special place in an MMO you could like hang out and not be around other people and maybe not get bothered. But you gotta be in a specific mood for that kind of stuff, you know? There's plenty of like little places you could go hide and no one will ever basically come across you in Final Fantasy XIV. Or as small as the game feels sometimes. Sorry, I have mute protagonist syndrome. I mean, head nod. This place. Why here? Because this waterfall is where the legendary Archon Louisoix gathered a band of adventurers in the time of the 7th Umbral Calamity. Their purpose? To extinguish the infernal Ifrit. Ifrit? I know something is there, why can't I remember? Clive recalled several words in the Elder Seedseer's present. Oh, this is gonna get copyright claimed probably. This seems like a song that like was high budget. Words which brought him pain, while the significance of bearer eludes me. You and I are more than familiar with Ifrit. Considering your reaction to the mere mention of the name, 'tis likely that the primal, or its equivalent in your world, is deeply connected to your condition. Thus have I resolved to weave my lyrical magics and bring you face to face with the Ifrit of our world. Use your bullshit bard magic. Go, do it. Here, where Archon Louisoix paved an ethereal path to the primal's lair, will my words be given substance, and within the vision which takes form will you do battle with a phantom of our mind's creation. Imaginary though this confrontation may be, I fear your suffering will be too real, yet you must persevere, for your hidden truth will not be unearthed without hardship. Take heart, Scarlet Star, and upon the strength of your shining twin, your past awaits. Here we go, here's the big finale. Where has he sent us? you stand in the Bowl of Embers, the site where the Amalja summoned their patron deity, and the stage upon which the Warrior of Light became a slayer of gods. 'Tis but convincing illusion, the body of recounted tale given breath by fanciful verse. Come forth, Lord of the Inferno. A cool shot, always a cool shot. Goofy ass Final Fantasy XIV Ifrit. An accurate facsimile, yet not quite the Ifrit you know. No, not quite the same. He gets the HD glow up. I'm ready when you are. Together, then. Like how everyone in Final Fantasy like always has a headache. Ifrit. That's the thing which killed you, Joshua. Yes, I've been on its trail, seeking vengeance for my brother. This fiend must pay. Fight with me, Rickubus. During this battle, you will gain access to special duty actions as follows. Using Rising Flame to charge the foe and inflict high damage. With the proper timing, you can use dodge to avoid taking damage, even if you are within the area of an enemy's attack. Certain enemy attacks will be preceded by a countdown icon. When this countdown progresses to the dodge icon, quickly use the dodge action. A little unique mechanic to this event. After executing a successful dodge, the dodge action will change to Precision Strike, which provides an opportunity to inflict additional damage. It's easy. It's easy. I forgot how to be a bard for a second. Please let me remember. Uh-oh. Whoops. That's a dumbass. I'm trying to be cool, dodge some extra stuff, get some extra damage in. Nah. A little bit of server lag right there, I noticed. Can I dodge this? Not quite. There we go. Whoa. Dodge this. Whoa. They're giving me a new toy. I want to play with that new toy. They're trying their best. I'm limited to my lame-ass moves from A Realm Reborn. But my rotation is slightly different than what I'd be used to normally. Shit, I can't move. Rickubus, buy me some time. Oh no, I'm mashing button. There we go. This won't hold me. My thanks. They're trying to mimic one of the mechanics from the battle system in Final Fantasy XVI, which is a shame. I'm never gonna probably play it unless it's like ever has a proper PC port that isn't stuck on the Epic Game Store. It's like, you know, 20 years from now, it'll probably have a Steam release. Square Enix keeps releasing like all their highly anticipated PC port games and making them Epic Game Store exclusive because they want that extra money deal. And it's just like, no, you'd make more money from Steam. Why do you have no confidence in your things that you have so much confidence about? It makes no sense. It's like you're setting yourselves up to fail. Imagine the kind of person that like buys a video game off of the Epic Game Store. I don't think I know a single person that like actually uses Epic Games beyond claiming free games. Oh no. Rickubus. Still in the fight. The infernal nails. Or infernal swords. I know I could dodge out of these if I time it just right. There's too many. You cannot rely on steel alone. Just a few more, Rickubus. We leave none standing. Just gotta take them all down before the timer's up, and the boss charges his big old fuck you attack that kills everything. I should have probably like changed into a different class to make this more interesting, because Bard isn't really that fun to watch. Probably could have dodged that. I was actually looking at chat. I'm just so used to Final Fantasy XIV where like, you just have to stand there and take it all the time. Like, it's never enough to kill you as long as it doesn't reach like 100%. He's just gonna keep doing this now until we kill him. Ah, actually hit me. I blamed another to spare myself the guilt. I feared that by accepting it, I would lose what little was left of me. But I accept the truth of it now. You are not Ifrit. I am. Hey, Phelius. In the battle against your own mind, would seem you have emerged a victor. Intriguing. Here he is, here he is. Dog. And out of the hellscape and back to somewhere a lot more relaxing. Huh? Gummy John, thank you for the raid. Let me do a quick shout out for you. One second. Thank you very much for the raid. What you were doing was Pikmin 2. Oh, have you been enjoying it? Yo mama John. I want to stream Pikmin 2 eventually, but I gotta do Pikmin 1 first. I've played Pikmin 1. I'm pretty sure I could beat it no problem, and maybe in one sitting. Playing hacks for the 20th Japanese. It's like I always miss these anniversary dates for like games that would like be perfect to stream it, but I usually just do everything like when I want to do it anyways. Yeah, I hope you've been having fun. I've seen some pretty interesting Pikmin hacks. A lot of people, there's like a community behind modding that game to make it like unrecognizable and funny and stupid. It's pretty insane. But yeah, if you need to take a break, go get something to eat and step away, feel free to. Thank you very much for the raid. I don't know how much longer I'll be going, but we're at the end of this Final Fantasy XIV event, and, you know, it's Final Fantasy XIV. It's not everyone's cup of tea. A lot of reading. It just had the giant action-packed kaiju battle, and now we're back to reading. The illusion is unraveled, yet you've brought a friend back with you. Fucked up dog. This is Torgal, a wolf pup raised in the Dushi. Dushi? There is no more loyal ally in battle, and no keener guide when the road ahead is uncertain. Ah, that would explain the aberration in the lingering aether. Torgal is here to lead you back to your own world. You heard that Yokai Watch was coming back. Yeah, it's actually the Yokai Watch event did come back, and it's currently re-airing. I don't have anything that I could do to showcase it, though, unfortunately, because, you know, I've already completed it before, and it's nothing really special, unless, like, you're a big fan of Yokai Watch, and you want some Yokai Watch-themed minions, weapons, and mounts, and, like, I guess a new Framers kit is what they added. So no new weapons this time around, but maybe for like what, this is like the 4th time they've re-aired the event, I'm pretty sure. So maybe around the 5th time they air it again, we might get some new class weapons. Clive has embraced his harrowing past, and in doing so reclaimed the memories he lost. Though not conscious act, he has manifested his readiness to return home in the form of a trusted companion. Even so, it was difficult to accept what I'd done. My younger brother, Joshua, was a kind and gifted soul. The inheritor of the Phoenix's flames, he was destined to become an archduke, as our father had before him. But Joshua was murdered, his bright future cut short. The underneath of his glove is red because he has blood on his hands. Ooh, symbolism. From that day onwards, I lived for one purpose alone. The dominant fire had slain my brother, and I would have my revenge. I spent years tracking the killer, until one day, I came to understand it had been me all along. I was young and distraught when I first summoned Ifrit. I hadn't known such power lurked within me, or that it could even exist at all. The transformation was instinctive, uncontrolled, and it was by my hand that Joshua died. I can but imagine the anguish this caused you. There was anguish, yes, and a guilt I will never escape, but I cannot let it stop me. I was born the vessel of Ifrit's power, and I need to know why. It was in search of answers that I went to Phoenix Gate and delved into the ruins below. There I found the courage to face my past and accept the truth, and then everything faded to black. Your tale suggests that something is in the ruins. Some mysterious force was responsible for your inadvertent journey? And if you arrived in Eorzea from a place sacred to the Phoenix and its flames, then it stands to reason. Yes? What are you thinking? I'm thinking that to see you home, then we must return to the beginning. Our road takes us back to the Burning Wall. Once there, your furry comrade will lead us exactly where we need to go. Translator's note, you got any peanut butter? See. Which road do we take, boy? Dog brain thoughts? That smells like food. We go that way. And it's upsetting because I played for like the first 2 years and none of those cool crossovers were around when I played the Dragon Quest event. But just, yeah. They re-air the events all the time. There's a Final Fantasy XI event that they re-air constantly. The Final Fantasy XV event, which gives you a car mount. And a bunch of like other stuff too. And the Yokai Watch has come back several times. And the Dragon Quest event has come back multiple times. So it's not like you miss it and it's gone forever. They do like to re-air some old events like that, you know. There's kind of a weird copyright issue where they can't just slap this stuff up on the Final Fantasy XIV store and sell it to you. Because then, like, they have to give a cut to the other creators and producers of this content. So it's just like something that they could bring back every so often and say, hey, give us a subscription fee for 1 month to come back and get the items you want. So yeah, it's kind of a good model to have some events like that you could like constantly re-air. Yeah, so yeah, this is the Final Fantasy XV car. Whoa. It's also kind of like funny that the Yokai Watch event is running alongside the Final Fantasy XVI event. You think they would spread it out a little bit, but apparently not. No, I don't want to do a Fate. I'm so sick of Fates. Yokai Watch event is basically like nothing but Fates. It's not really like a very Yokai Watch themed event. As funny as that sounds, it's like very bare bones. We've come this far. Now Torgo will be our guide. Such was the purpose of his creation after all. Like, I mean, at the time that they made the Yokai Watch event, like, it's kind of like phoned in content-wise, but it was like cool to get a little Yokai Watch characters as minions and then like have them mount and like the weapons and all that. So they weren't really interested in telling a story with it. It was just kind of something that's there. Go grind some fates, get the medals, turn them in for rewards. It was that kind of event. Nothing along the lines of this, which was carefully crafted and curated. Ready, Torgal? Take me home. Bark! Morph! Gotta follow the dog. Barf, barf, barf. Not gonna bark like a dog. The white girls will enjoy that too much. I wanted to make so many jokes like that during the stream, but I know I probably should not. Eventually, like, jokes like that are gonna be a bannable offense, probably. Twitch, like, chooses some really weird stuff to, like, get angry over. And then they ignore the things that they should get angry over. Is this it, boy? The tale ends where it began. Where you first found me? Indeed. I was baffled as to why this, of all places, would serve as a junction between our two worlds, but now I think I understand. You do? Some years ago, Eurizia was visited by a cataclysmic disaster known as the Seventh Umbra Calamity. Yet, even as fire and ruin threatened all we held dear, the world underwent a mystical renewal. 'Twas as if the star was reborn. Because 1.0 sucked so much ass, they just blew it up and made 2.0, which is like kind of a completely different game. Thank you, Mechanic Cat. Let me drink some water real quick. One theory attributes to the miracle to a benevolent entity, claiming that the undying phoenix flared into being to save us in our hours of direst need. Phoenix. The Phoenix? The Phoenix. The burning wall itself is a scar left by those events, its crystal ridges having erupted from the earth overnight. Some believe these monoliths of solidified flame to be proof of the Phoenix deliverance. The bond with your brother, the Phoenix of your world, may have been the connection which brought you to this sacred place in ours. Drawn to the flame. Barf. It seems our time together is at an end. Thank you both for all you've done. Press on, friend, no matter how daunting the hardships or bitter the truth, or may your journeys be fair. May your journeys be fair. And yours as well. You don't seem the type to stand still. Come, Torgal, we have answers to seek, and Vallacy awaits us, or awaits. Vallacy? Vallacy? I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah, the Kiwi sound is like very associated with Mechanic Cat at this point, because every time he redeems the take care of yourself redeem, he also pairs it with the Kiwi. Just like, hey, Rick, I redeemed something, drink water, idiot, take care of yourself. And then he was gone. I must return now. My home planet needs me. And then he died on his way to his home planet. I feel the stirrings of a ballad. But nay, 'twould be hubris to imagine I could capture Clive's story from so fleeting an excerpt. That honor belongs to someone else, someone privileged to see his tale to its conclusion. Buy it now for $79.99 on the Epic Game video game store, or I fucking drop $500 for a PS5 with no games so that you could play one game, and that'll be an additional $80 plus tax. You ain't getting me to play it, Yoshida. That honor belongs to someone else, someone privileged to see his tale to the conclusion. Sadly, the power to peer into our other worlds was not granted me. Sadly, the power to peer into other worlds was not granted me by this day's miracles. At least I get a cool wolf mount out of it. I wonder, however, if you might manage it, Rickubus. No, I'm good. I'm not gonna play Final Fantasy 16 ever, probably. Our little adventure is over, set in motion as it was by a dream most cryptic. I must thank you for indulging my sudden and strange request. As for your promised reward, I hope this is sufficient. Torgal proved such a trustworthy guide that I thought to bind his likeness to a summoning whistle. May his loyal spirit serve you well on your travels. Until we meet again. See you next crossover event. Here's all the crap I get. You can now exchange MGP for special items by speaking with the gold saucer attendant in the gold saucer. Yep. Let's get the pup. Let's get the whistle. Little Torgal has a little wolf cub. Don't look at the camera. According to the Wandering Minstrel, the beast who appeared to aid the stranded Clive was a guided spirit born of its master's memory. So impressed was the ever-insightful musician by the creature, he decided to recreate a young version of it, which, despite its diminutive size, already possesses the indomitable spirit of the fine hound it will one day become. What an adorable little puppy you have. Hildebrand is the hidden quote. Let's go to the mount too. And let me just put on the outfit. We get Clive's outfit to cosplay with now as a special reward for this event. We're gonna get a bunch of like music too. And a triple triad card. Torgal. According to the Wandering Minstrel, the beast who appeared to aid the stranded Clive was a guiding spirit born of its master's memory. So impressed was the ever-insightful musician by the creature, he decided to create this faithful facsimile in hopes that it might also serve as your loyal companion. A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find. Alphanod is the secret quote for that. And we could just like have an action to pet him. He has like different little noises from being pet. I'm sorry if I'm making any white girls out there horny right now. That's not my intent. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And he can fly. He does like a goofy ass bark. He does a howl there. So he has like different sound effects he could do. Someone please clip that. Alright. So that event's in the bag. Let's go spend MGP, because some of the other stuff just gets like slammed on an NPC that you could buy for a limited time. I think this is the one right here. Wait, no. Is it the normal NPC? Yeah, these are all the music scrolls. I'm not even gonna like pronounce all these names. I'm just gonna buy them. I'm guessing I'm not gonna even bother showcasing the music, because like that's like gonna like that's not entertaining. It just exists, and it's likely to get copyright claimed by Square Enix if I showcase any of the music from a more recent game that they released. Final Fantasy XIV seems at least better about that, maybe. I think they kind of realize that they need content creators to cover their game and make people care. If you're just suppressing that, then it's gonna hurt sales. But for like single player experiences, they get pretty hard ass about that. The Clive Rossfield card. Pretty pricey, but not that expensive. As you can see, like fucking, I was like pretty close to the MGP cap. Not the first time I've hit the MGP cap. But yeah, they need to add more stuff to the gold saucer, because I always need a reason to fucking spend MGP, because like I'm always like close to hitting that cap again. They added like what, the 4 million MGP mount a while ago. It's like we need another one pretty soon. I ran out of things to buy. Give me more, please. Bring back the Fall Guys event too. I hope they like keep bringing back the Fall Guys event and they give us more and more stuff every single time. It's fun to have a little dumb distraction like that. Oh yeah, there's another thing that I could do here. Let's go do the Yokai Watch event real quick. Alright, here we are. Here's the Yokai Watch event. Oh, if it isn't Master Weapon Collectors himself, may I be of service to you? Purchase Framer's Kit for 220k MGP. You have proven yourself a loyal friend to the yokai of all shapes and sizes, and for that you deserve this, a singular gift to reward your singular devotion. And now's the Yokai Watch event. At least for me, who's already like done it all. It's like I'm not gonna be able to like showcase anything of the yokai event. It's nothing special. You just like get cool weapons and some like mounts no one even wants to use. Here, let's go someplace yeah, I always like the Dawn. I like the Azim Steep. It's my favorite zone. It's always got good weather most of the time. And it's just like giant green open fields. If you want the Yokai Watch stuff, this is it. For getting all the minions, you get this Whisper Go mount. It's very plain. Then if you get if you get 12 weapons, in its original run there's like, what, only 12 weapons because there's like 12 classes. And then you would get this version, which it glows. It has a little Jibanyan hanging off the side of it. It's more luxurious. It's the Whisper a Go-Go. And then they added 4 more weapons for the newer classes they had added since. And doing so, you get the Jibanyan couch. That's what it's called, right? The Jibanyan couch? Yeah. It's a very goofy mount. It looks kind of wrong, depending on who you ask. It's cute for Lalas, though. Yeah. It has a better reward than the Framer's Kit. That's the... Where's the yokai? There we go. That's what you could get for the yokai Framer's Kit, I guess. I don't want to save that change. Adventure plate. Oh no, I'm doxing my information. I'm a lonely artist, VTuber, and bird lover. And there's my card right there if you conveniently want to visit it and just see links to all my bullshit social media. Edit plate design. Yokai Watch. And funny thing about this is they're reusing an asset from Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble, which I used to play on when it was a phone game. And eventually they just like killed the service for it, unfortunately. And I was like, oh, well, okay. Yokai Watch failed in the United States pretty fucking hard, so we Yokai Watch has basically fallen off in recent years too, and like I feel even Japan, like it's just kind of a dead franchise at this point. No one does anything with it. Wait, that didn't fuck up my portrait, did it? Or my it's very small appeared. She's off in the distance. So much menuing. People like want to get into Final Fantasy 14. And it's like, yeah, the menuing is like kind of like it gets annoying after a while. Adventure, is it adventure plate? Okay, no, it didn't fuck things up. Okay. And actually, did I even get a chance to show off this horse yet? Focus, Deco Dairy, Pokey KP, and I ran Heaven on High 4 times, and we didn't wipe a single time, so we ended up getting the mount from Heaven on High, which is just this fancy little horse right here. Typically, like horse mounts, well, normal horses in Final Fantasy 14 are hard to come by, so it kind of stands out a little bit, but you know, could have been something cooler than a horse. But I'm glad I got to do that piece of content that I thought I'd never get to do. We also did Palace of the Dead and beat it on our first go. So basically, like what? We're 5 out of 5 for deep dungeons. We just have never like experienced failure yet. Maybe that'll change with what, Eureka Orthos when we get around to doing that eventually. Yokai got the Persona collab. Oh yeah, everyone that like collabs with Persona 5, the game dies soon after. It happened to Dragalia Lost. Rest in peace, Dragalia Lost. Thank God Final Fantasy 14 hasn't had a Persona 5 crossover yet, otherwise the MMO might shut down. But yeah. This has I don't think there's anything else for me to showcase with this event. That was a Final Fantasy 16 event, so. How long did that stream last? An hour? 39 minutes? Final Fantasy 14 streams are usually on the short end anyways. Wish I could have stuck around for longer. But Very Small probably wants to like have a chat. She hasn't seen me in a while because like I haven't been on Final Fantasy 14 too much lately. Just kind of like been playing other games and all that. And you know, VR chat, socializing, and when I am on Final Fantasy 14, like I'm usually like doing stuff with Colchis, Deco Dairy, Pokey KP. Colchis has roped me into hanging out with he's trying to make a static where we're gonna be doing possibly Blue Mage content. And what other things he could think of? Orthos is in the future. After Eureka, well, I've already done Eureka, but like I'm just there to help other people, some other VTubers and all that too. But we'll see what comes of that. Just playing more stuff. I'd like to, but I don't have anything interesting to show right now. I gotta ease myself back into streaming just a little bit. At the very beginning of the stream, I kind of talked about my feelings and like how I'm like I don't know, kind of like a little bit burnt out, but like not on the verge of quitting or anything. I'm just kind of like, you know, I'm streaming when I'm like ready to stream. Not a lot of people really like subscribed to me or anything, so I mean, if you're still subscribed, I appreciate it. It's probably in your best interest to just let your subscription die though. Like I don't stream nearly enough to warrant spending money unless like you truly like my content and whatnot. So I'm a very unreliable streamer. It's always just there. I appreciate when people do subscribe and all that. It's fine though. there's like other people out there that definitely have are more bang for your buck. They have more emotes, they have better stream schedules, they have more consistent stream schedules. Me, not so much. I just stream when I want to stream. I think most people just want to send you a couple bucks. Yeah, that's how I hope it works out. I always like kind of feel a little bit guilty. I'm not like the most consistent streamer. I suffer from my own perfectionism, my own like autism about getting everything just the way I want it to be, and I treat streaming more like it's pre-recorded content when it's not pre-recorded content, so that's a flaw on my part. Yeah, thank you for the raid, Gummy John. Okay, I haven't been streaming too much lately. When I first started, I was like, bam, 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 getting games out left and right, and then it's like, I kind of slowed down because I started like getting that perfectionist mindset where I'm like, okay, I need to do more, I need to get more grandiose with my my ideas, and I definitely have some work to do for the summer streams, so hopefully I'll be streaming more during the summer, but also Dawn Trail comes out during the summer, so the next Final Fantasy XIV expansion, and that's gonna probably cut into some plans. I don't know. Yeah, let's head out to the front porch. I only don't sub to people anymore because I'm broke as fuck at the moment. Makes me feel hella bad though. I want to support the homies. I get that, Mechanic Cat. I would like to support so many people too, but at the same time, it's like money right now is kind of tight for a lot of people, and people are talented, they deserve money, but at the same time, it's like no one's obligated to sub to anyone, basically. So don't feel pressured to sub to people. I know people out there are trying to make streaming their living, but it's not possible for, like, I want to say 99% of us. Only a lucky few can even like make streaming a platform where they can earn a living off of it. And then even then, like, is it worth it? Because a lot of the people I always felt that were at the top and making enough to survive off of streaming were barely scraping by. So it was kind of like, oh, no matter like how much support you have, no matter how much love you have, it's kind of sometimes it's just not enough. At the end of the day, everything kind of like relies on some sort of side gig or like having a job on the side, you know? Like, how do I say this? Like, if you're gonna get into VTubing, get into streaming, you gotta like kind of get rid of this idea that you're gonna be successful, we're all gonna make it, kind of like that's kind of cynical of me to say. Maybe it's just that I'm not talented enough to make it, but you know, I tried my damnedest to do good streams every once in a while, but can't help it. I'm not as outgoing as other people. You have to be Mr. Beast here to get by, I think. Yeah. Economy is fucked everywhere. Economy is fucked everywhere. The entire world is kind of fucked. Society kind of feels like it's collapsing. I know the 99-cent only stores in the United States are all closing down, which is a shame because I really like those stores. I have fond memories of like, oh, if I'm like going to a pool or going to a beach or going on a vacation, if there's a 99-cent store nearby, they have all the stuff I need. On a vacation, get some snacks. They always have like a cool selection of stuff and like higher quality stuff than a Dollar Tree. But yeah, now that store is closing down. All of them are going out of business, and now the Dollar Tree is not the Dollar Tree anymore. And now the Dollar Tree has price checkers, which that's kind of fucked up when you think about it, that a dollar store has a price checker in it. That's the dystopian future that we're living in. The only way to survive as a streamer is by either living in a third world country or averaging more than 2K. Nah. That's why a lot of people, you know, they either just kind of give up or they go back to their regular job or they turn streaming into their job. Yeah, it's probably sleep time for you, Mechanic Cat. So you should be going to bed. You should be lucky that I'm ending stream now. Let's see who's live. I'm surprised there's a lot of you tonight for Final Fantasy XIV. I thought no one cared about Final Fantasy XIV. Maybe it's just a better time slot for Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know. I've seen some people I never get to raid. Everyone's on tonight. Crazy, crazy. Okay, okay. I'm gonna send you guys over to someone new. Well, at least new to me. I don't know if they're new to streaming. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for lurking. I hope you enjoyed the Final Fantasy XVI event in Final Fantasy XIV. The fight was cool. The reading part, you know, it's just reading. It's just reading. Anyways, thank you very much for watching the VODs on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate it. I botched my usual outro by changing it up a little. Probably for the better. Probably for the better. Yeah, take care, everyone. Have a good night. Oyasumi. Until next time, farewell. Ooh. You're still there? Not for long.